Hi, it's been a long time since I uploaded a long video. And thanks for the 500 subscribers. Today I want to tell you about some story times that happened to me. This happened to me about a year ago. We were in the countryside and it was already getting dark. My younger cousin and I said let's go to the house where we were all staying. But my older cousin decided to stay camping. I said yes, and we asked our parents. It was hard to convince them, but they said yes. About a block away there was a place where you buy things to camp. Everything was going well, but when the adults went to sleep, at the house we started to arrange our sleeping bags, and it was already like 9:34 or so, and we were already hungry, so we opened the cans of food that our parents left us and we started to eat. My older cousin was telling jokes and out of nowhere we heard something fall. We didn't care so much and we continued eating. When we finished eating, we said, what if we build a bonfire? We all said yes, because it was cold. My older cousin and I went to collect firewood while the others put the chairs, the chocolates, and more. My cousin and I went into the forest. I was shaking from the cold and fear. When we had collected enough firewood for the campfire, we heard the sound of leaves rustling, but there was no wind. My cousin told me to go to camp now. We got a little lost, but we arrived. It was like 11:23 p.m. and we were telling jokes, story times, and stuff like that. It was getting late. It was like 1:43 a.m. We were already going to sleep. We put out the campfire and my cousin had an idea. The idea was to stay until 3 a.m. and whoever fell asleep was the first one. We would paint a mustache. The truth is, I don't know how. We were going to paint it if we didn't have a marker or anything. We were watching videos and nothing else happened. When everyone fell asleep, my younger cousin woke me up almost crying and told me that she was scared. I asked her what happened because she was scared. She told me that she heard something. I didn't believe her so much at first, but then I heard a sound coming from the forest where my cousin and I had collected firewood. I woke up my two cousins and told them what happened. My cousins decided to go out and see what was going on while my younger cousin and I stayed at the camp. And maybe you're wondering now, why aren't they going to tell their parents? Because it was 3:56 a.m. No one is going to be awake, and even if we knock on the door, it won't be heard because the rooms in that house were at the back. Well, let's get back to the subject. My little cousin was crying and I was trying to calm her down while my other cousins were investigating what the sound was. It was already 4:35 a.m. and they didn't come. I called them on my cell phone, but they didn't answer. I was starting to worry, and then they knocked on the tent asking me to open the door. I opened it and asked them what happened. Why did they take so long? And they told me that they got lost in the woods. I honestly didn't believe them, but I didn't care. The next morning, I woke up and saw that my cousins were not there, and then I heard their voices outside the camp talking about what happened. I was paying attention, but out of nowhere I fell and they heard me. And I could not hear what happened that night.